A very good evening. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Kritsween Walia, and viewers. We're coming to you live from CNN News 18 Primetime Studio, presented by Green Lamb Laminates. Well, with less than a month to go for the assembly elections in Delhi, the political fight in the capital of the country is getting more and more bitter with each passing day. And well, it is what's expected of an election-bound state. But what sets the contest in Delhi apart from the rest is the political power play within the INDI bloc. While much of the last few days has been about allegations and counter-allegations flying thick and fast between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, in a sudden turn of events, Rahul Gandhi, while sounding the poll bugle for the Congress during an election rally in Delhi, launched a no-holds-barred attack against not just the Prime Minister, but also against AAP convener Arvind Kejriwal. It's a known fact that the AAP and the Congress have let go of their INDI bonhomie for the assembly elections. But who would have thought that they would end up looking like each other's sworn enemies more than that of the BJP? Well, it's all come down to numbers, and there's a lot at stake for each of the three political parties in Delhi. But what Kejriwal said in response to Rahul Gandhi's election speech, it seems, has irked the Congress more than ever before. We'll talk about that. But at the Congress's debut political rally ahead of Delhi Assembly polls, Rahul Gandhi, in this attack against Arvind Kejriwal, not only changed the political dynamics of Delhi election battle, but also upset the apple cart of the INDI bloc. The AAP took no time to return the fire. Arvind Kejriwal fired the first salvo. Let's quickly take you through that series of exchanges between the two. Rahul Gandhi accused Kejriwal and Prime Minister Modi, both saying they both use similar propaganda tactics of making false promises without meaning to fulfill them. Kejriwal defended this move only for the Aam Aadmi Party and said Rahul's criticism by claiming that his visit to Delhi was marked by personal attacks was nothing but propaganda on part of the Aam Aadmi Party. So that's the clarification that came in from Arvind Kejriwal, who said that there is BJP Congress that are hand in glove, that both of them in fact are supporting each other in this battle, and Rahul Gandhi, of course, maintaining that Kejriwal is no different from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Rahul Gandhi's criticism, remember, has also been that pollution, corruption, inflation have all been on the rise in the national capital. As for Arvind Kejriwal, he says it's Rahul Gandhi's fight to save the Congress. He's fighting to save the nation, but Rahul Gandhi is only fighting to save his party. Rahul Gandhi further said Arvind Kejriwal is silent on caste census. That's an attack he held against the Prime Minister as well. But Kejriwal's sharp rebuttal to that has been that his fight is to save the country, like I said. So he's really bringing down the entire political narrative of the Congress to just being about saving the political party. Now, with the political tensions within the INDI bloc only escalating, Congress sources have provided insight into the party's internal dynamics and strategy concerning its rivalry with Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. So let's take you through some of these inside details we're picking up from the Congress camp. Scoop number one, Rahul Gandhi was informed that Arvind Kejriwal will not be soft on the Congress. The next big scoop has been that the Congress communicated to Rahul Gandhi to not be soft on the Aam Aadmi Party, given the Aam Aadmi Party's plans in place this election season. So the Congress wants to give it back with equal force. The next insider scoop is that Congress candidates want an aggressive campaign against the Aam Aadmi Party, and that, viewers, is coming from a place of survival. Like I said, it really is a survival battle for the Congress Party. More news coming in on how Congress wants to raise the CAG report to target Kejriwal. And like I said, that means that this becomes enemy number one for the Congress Party. The voting pattern in Delhi also has consistently stood out from the other states, which reflects a clear distinction between Lok Sabha and assembly elections. Unlike other states where the same party often dominates both elections, Delhi voters have shown a trend of voting differently in assembly and Lok Sabha elections. Let's now talk about the 2020 Delhi assembly elections. BJP won 8 seats out of the 70 and secured a significant smaller share compared to Aam Aadmi Party's dominance. The AAP won a landslide victory of 62. So that's the big chunk that favored the Aam Aadmi Party. This is, of course, as far as projected seats in 2024 are concerned. Now, this is assembly segments that we're talking about, viewers, and that's what can be zeroed in on when it comes to the Congress's performance compared to the Aam Aadmi Party. So if you talk about the 2020 Assembly results, zero for the Congress, as has been the case in the next election cycle. But for the Aam Aadmi Party, it was a 62. It's a good number in itself if we talk about the assembly elections. And the Lok Sabha results, remember, 8 seats to the Aam Aadmi Party. So that's how it looked like if we compare it to the 2024 results, and which is once again something that makes us ask what's at stake really for the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party really. If the Congress gains, who loses out, and whether or not this constant tussle between the AAP and the Congress is only going to mean advantage BJP, and who's going to really eat into which vote share. So as far as vote share is concerned, we'll talk about those figures as well. In 2020 Assembly results, the vote share of the Bharatiya Janata Party was 38.51%. An interesting fact here is that the BJP's vote share has not really seen a huge difference election after election. As for the Aam Aadmi Party, a splendid 53.57%, and the Congress being reduced to 4.26%. From 40+%, in the bright good days of the Congress to being reduced to a single digit of 4.26%. That's been the story for the Congress party. And in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, BJP at 54.35, an exceptional turnout indeed. BJP winning all Lok Sabha seats. The Aam Aadmi Party reduced to 24.17%. As for the Congress, it's been a marginal gain. But again, this gain perhaps is at the expense of Aam Aadmi Party's loss. So that's one concern that both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party are weighing in on. And that's why we talk about how, while we're seeing the split, all-out split between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, is this a result of real rivalry, or is this a poll gimmick? And who really is it going to advantage at the end of the day? We'll take that up with our guests in just a bit. But before that, the top voices.
इनके नेताओं को लग रहा है कि वो जीत तो रहे नहीं है।
जैसे प्रचार नरेंद्र मोदी जी करते हैं मीडिया का, झूठे वायदे, एक के बाद एक झूठे वायदे, वैसे ही स्ट्रेटेजी केजरीवाल जी की। पोल्यूशन बढ़ता जा रहा है, महंगाई बढ़ती जा रही है, और उन्होंने कहा था कि भ्रष्टाचार को अरविंद केजरीवाल जी मिटाएंगे।
मिशन कुछ नहीं, केवल करप्शन, अपना एम्बिशन और तुष्टीकरण।
And let's quickly introduce our guest joining us this evening, RP Singh, National Spokesperson of the BJP, along with Pooja Tripathi, Spokesperson of the Congress, and Anmol Pawar, Spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, and Sanjay Rana, Political Analyst, completes the panel this evening. My first question is to the lady on the panel. First and foremost, thank you all of you for taking out your time and joining us here on Plain Speak. Ms. Tripathi, what do you make of this no-holds-barred attack, not just from Rahul Gandhi, but an equally forceful rebuttal from Kejriwal? He says, Rahul Gandhi is fighting to save the Congress while I'm fighting to save the nation.
And how is he actually fighting to save the nation when Delhi was gasping for oxygen, when there was a long queues across the cremation grounds, when there's an acute health emergency? This person who claims is fighting to save the nation built a Sheesh Mahal worth 37 crores, 5 times the official estimates. How is he fighting to save the nation when every child born today in Delhi smokes 25 cigarettes? That's how he's trying to save the nation. How is trying to save the nation when Yamuna claims of it's a pure sewage with absolute horrific amounts of fecal coliform that's happening in Yamuna? And how is he planning to save the nation when the Sareen's report, Delhi High Court Sareen Committee's report says that there has been a complete collapse of health infrastructure in Delhi. 97 schools have been closed and 13 schools have been there where there's only one teacher. 30 out of 37 lakh students dropping out from the secondary education. One of the states that key features is Delhi. So this is the Delhi that Sheila Ji built with her, sweat, and she toiled hard to build sweat, and she turned around the Delhi greenest capital. She turned around a Delhi with a network of metros, CNG buses, and flyovers and everything. This is Sheila Ji's Delhi, where she for 15 years she never complained that LG हमें काम करने नहीं दे रहा है. A person who came on the pretext of person who came on the ride of anti-corruption wave. 70 पेजेस लेकर चलते थे. It seemed that शीला जी के पास मेरे पास सारे सबूत है. 10 years down the line, not even one single sabut by Arvind Kejriwal, and half of his cabinet is in jail. So I don't know how is he planning to save the nation by giving one bottle free. And education minister holds the portfolio of a Sharab Mantri too. I think Kejriwal is living in some la-la land. And having said that, Congress is not a NGO. Congress is not here for some charity work. We are a second, biggest political party in opposition, and we are here to fight elections. And we will ask questions for the sake of people of Delhi, because people voted for you on the pretext, on the issues of anti-corruption. People voted you for governance. People voted you for health. People voted you for education, and you delivered absolutely nothing. And that's where we are asking the questions. And elections, we will ask questions to the one in power, and Kejriwal.
Okay. And I do want to ask you, Ms. Tripathi, a follow-up question on what Congress's political narrative or political promise is going to be around this election. But I'll let the others come in before I let Anmol Pawar respond. Mr. Rana, what do you make of the equation that is being shared by the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress? Not very different from what we've seen, the back and forth between the TMC and the Congress. They say that we'd come together for Lok Sabha. We didn't see that, in fact, with the TMC and the Congress in Lok Sabha as well. But different regional ambitions, different national ambitions. Everybody's, in their comfortable position saying that this was an alliance only formed for Lok Sabha elections. But is it as simple as that? Because there's a lot at stake here, clearly. 10 years of Aam Aadmi Party, Sheila Dikshit ji was the CM for 15 long years, but the Congress subsequently had 0 seats to themselves. So I think you're on mute.
My apologies. Yes, I was on mute.
Yes.
I'm sorry for that. And good evening my fellow panelists. When you talk about the Congress, no doubt it's a national party and they have been struggling to come into the power from 2013. And if you look at the vote share, anyway, you have showed the vote share is right now is 4.2%. I'm talking about referring to 2020 election. But yes, no doubt, Sheila Dikshit has done a great work in 15 years tenure when she was Chief Minister of Delhi. But after that, nothing has been done. And when we talk about the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party alliance, I don't think the India alliance was an alliance. It was just people to come together for the opportunity, and they were attacking each other just to win the election, nothing else. And they have never not able to fight against Mr. Modi. Therefore, they are obviously saying we are हम अलग हैं, हम साथ नहीं हैं. So there is a difference between the ideology, and they were different ideology, and they have been eating each other's vote share. If you look at Muslim voters, Dalit voters, all they were from Congress, obviously traditional voter of the Congress. And look at the Rahul Gandhi, how it started. It started from Salempur, where they have 50% Muslim voters. So obviously he's targeting on Muslims, and depending on the Muslims and Dalits. And same voters are voting for Aam Aadmi Party. So there's no difference in terms of voting is concerned. As far as the work is concerned, absolutely, I'm begging Ms. Tripathi, nothing has been done in Delhi. People have been struggling for the small thing. Forget the hospital is not there. Schools, I think 250, headmasters are not there out of 1,047 schools. If you look at the classrooms, they are just showing the numbers, but on the ground, nothing is there. So this time is going to be triangle election for sure. And if the Congress is putting their heart and the soul in this election, is going to be difficult for Aam Aadmi Party to win, because those voters, those who have been voting for Aam Aadmi Party is going to shift to Congress, and any shifting is happened is going to dent for sure to Aam Aadmi Party, and obviously Bharatiya Janata Party will get benefit out of it. So we need to understand where the things are going, how things are shaping up, what are the narrative people are setting. But people now, Delhi people are absolutely aware. Fake promises are fake promises. People are not delivering whatever they promises are they making. So people are not believing. I'm also going to finish in 30 seconds. Rahul Gandhi Sahab started today. He is not having a single narrative or agenda for the Delhi. There's nothing. He has been talking about the caste census. That census is there from last 1 year. How is going to do it in Delhi election? When he's talking about the caste census, what exactly has done for in Karnataka and Himachal Pradesh? Nothing. So he has.
So we'll let Mr. Tripathi answer that. But an interesting point raised by you was how this may eventually end up benefiting the BJP. But before that, Anmol, you know, it's interesting how it all began with the Congress saying that the Aam Aadmi Party is the B team of the BJP or vice versa, and now tables have turned. Suddenly you have the AAP spokespersons and leaders saying that, you know, Amit Malviya is speaking for Rahul Gandhi, which is a first of its kind. So in between this B team allegation, which is being leveled from all sides, how are you viewing the latest, you know, the re-energized version of Rahul Gandhi taking on your party?
Miss Walia, I think it's even shocking for you that Amit Malviya is backing the Congress party. And Rahul Gandhi, much like the BJP leaders, has done nothing except hurling abuses at Arvind Kejriwal. And we have seen in the past that how Congress remained silent on Ramesh Biduri's offensive remark again about Priyanka Gandhi and the CM of Delhi, Atishi ji, as well as Pravesh Verma distributing money, gifts and glasses to the people. Yet it is the same Congress party who opposed the welfare schemes like Mahila Samman Yojana and Sanjeevani scheme. So it is clear that the Congress and BJP both are working together.
No, but do you think you made bigger enemies? I'm asking you this because up until now we saw at least a seemingly low-key campaign on part of the top leadership of the Congress. The state leaders, yes, extremely aggressive, energized in taking on the Aam Aadmi Party, but there was a sense that we were getting from the party high command that, you know, go easy on the AAP. But that's not the case anymore if we go by what Rahul Gandhi said. So what have you done to irk Rahul Gandhi to the extent that he is willing to make you enemy number one is what I'm asking.
Miss Walia, he's trying to save Congress in Delhi, but it won't happen because their presence is irrelevant in Delhi. They have no real issues to address, and even fielding 70 candidates would be an uphill task for them this time. But what is interesting is that even the Bharatiya Janata Party wants that the Congress must remain in Delhi to some extent because it serves their purpose. Because they have a consistent track record. You have seen how the Congress helped the Bharatiya Janata Party win Maharashtra election, Haryana election. ये जो काबिलियत है ना कांग्रेस की जीता हुआ चुनाव हारने की, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस मौके को गंवाना नहीं चाहती. तो in Delhi कांग्रेस का हाथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ. And some of your panelists said that what have we done in last 10 years? In last 10 years, we have built 25,000 new classrooms. We have built 39 new flyovers. We have built 530 new mohalla clinics. We have built several hospitals. We have built 10,000 kilometers of roads, 7,500 kilometers of sewer pipelines, 6,800 kilometers of water pipeline. And I'm challenging all the panelists present on the panel today. I'll just name 5 flyovers, 5 university, 5 school and 5 hospital. And I challenge them कि अगर वो एक-एक का भी नाम ले दे. Just give me 1 minute.
You know, Anmol, the problem comes
just
where,
give me,
no, you can
just
name,
give me 30
you can
seconds.
name all of that. But,
no,
but I need
but
to
the fact is,
I need to take in a quick word from RP Singh ji and then I'll come back to you as well. But the problem that comes in for your party is that having fought the elections, 2024 Lok Sabha elections alongside the Congress, not performing, you know, up to the expectations that were set by your alliance, but speaking of the same ally in the manner in which you are and the Congress is. I don't know how that speaks for the alliance. How convenient is it to just say that, you know, we were two parties that came together for national elections and our regional aspirations are different, so we're going to be contesting differently. Mr. RP Singh ji, what do you make of this? The BJP has been going on and on about how, you know, this unity on part of the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party was nothing but tamasha.
I don't understand what sort of India alliance it is. One day they are together, other day they fight, and next day they are again together. In one state they are fighting against each other, in other state they are together. Just few months back, Mr. Kejriwal was campaigning for Kanhaiya Kumar in Delhi. Today he is abusing Congress party, and just just check on whether they are fighting together or not in Chandigarh. Yet are they together in Chandigarh or not? Will there be a common mayor of the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party in Chandigarh or not? So they are fighting here in Chandigarh. They are together. So we really don't know who is against who, and then how can you forget? Mr. Kejriwal's existence is because he came sitting on the shoulders of the 8 MLAs of the Congress party. 8 MLAs of the Congress party. Had Congress not supported Kejriwal, Delhi would not have to suffer what Delhi is suffering today.
But sir, the last two elections,
even Congress
the
would not
Aam
have to
Aadmi
suffer
Party
what
has
Congress
put
is
up a
suffering.
splendid show, RP Singh ji. They've really not needed anybody's support before or after the elections. It's been a 60 plus for the Aam Aadmi Party. So with or without Congress, at least in state elections, they're performing well, which is a concern for the BJP.
Yeah, so So हिंदी में कहावत है पाप की हांडी एक बार दो बार चढ़ सकती है, बार बार नहीं. This is not happening this time because people have seen through the corrupt government, people have seen through non-performing government. The Aman was speaking about the performance. I'll give you just 4 examples. Air is bad today. You can't drink water from the tap today. Third is that hospitals are in shambles today. Fourth, I didn't interrupt it, please. Fourth is schools. Every year, 1.5 children are dropped out from the class 9th and 11th to only ensure that they have better result in 10th and 12th. And if you want the fifth one, Mohalla clinics. 65,000 fake tests for conducted in Mohalla clinics. And also, 3 children were died or killed, I don't know, by the wrong medicine prescribed by the doctors in the Mohalla clinic. 6 were hospitalized by the system. So this is their governance model. And what are you talking about? Corruption at the peak.
Okay.
Man who came into existence as anti-corruption crusade is seen as a symbol of corruption. Today when he's saying who was the Dullah, कौन से दूल्हे की बात कर रहे हो? वो जो दारू के साथ दारू फ्री बांटता है क्या? जो 12 लाख की पॉट सीट लगाता है क्या? That is the Dullah you have. Or who has opened vents or liquor vents outside schools, colleges, hospitals, Gurdwara, temples. Whenever I will appreciate, I request you, please much bigger poster of Kejriwal. Because every time people see Kejriwal, they are reminded of the corruption, they are reminded of the liquor scam in city.
But before I go across to Anmol, RP Singh ji, do you feel as the main target of the Aam Aadmi Party or the Congress going so close into elections? Are you feeling the heat, or has that heat been diverted to the AAP and Congress simultaneously?
As I said, people can, voters are not foolish. They can see through what's happening. I just told you, please ask your research team to just check Chandigarh, they are fighting together, the mayor election together or not.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, people can see through. Imagine this, Punjab, they were fighting against each other. In Mohali, they were fighting against each other. In Chandigarh, were their friends.
Okay. Anmol, like I said, if you go by the Lok Sabha figures as far as vote share is concerned, any significant increase for the Congress has meant simultaneous decrease for the Aam Aadmi Party. It's only dented the Aam Aadmi Party. Is that why we see this kind of an aggressive comeback on part of Arvind Kejriwal? Because this time it's not just the BJP. The Congress is also saying that we, going forward, must raise the CAG issue against the AAP. We must talk about corruption, and soon enough, you never know, they may just be talking about, what BJP has been highlighting time and again, the whole Sheesh Mahal controversy. You never know.
Ms. Walia, point number 1, that the Aam Aadmi Party is on the verge of making a stable government with a decisive majority in Delhi, and Bharatiya Janata Party, which is devoid of clear narrative, vision and leadership, they have resorted to desperate measures, like we have seen that they are distributing money, their leaders. Pravesh Verma, see how they are distributing these bed sheets, they are distributing money, bribing voters 1100 rupees, how they are resorting to making applications from the residences of the member of parliaments and ministers of Bharatiya Janata Party. And the fact is, as far as CAG report is concerned, the whole BJP and its ecosystem, their so-called political analysts who masquerades as a BJP spokesperson, they are exposed today because it has been proved that no such CAG report exists till date. The matter is sub judice, and it would be inappropriate to comment at
Okay,
this
but
point of time.
interestingly, Anmol,
Yeah.
I need to go
And
across to the other two
just
before I
30
have to wrap
seconds,
up. But
30
it's
seconds,
not just the
30
BJP,
seconds.
that's what I'm saying. Even the Congress believes in the CAG
What did the
report
High
and
Court
wants
said?
to rake it. And the
See,
courts have also
in
wrapped
the
your
last-
government. So let's not forget
What,
that.
what was the High Court observation?
But quickly to
30
Mr.
seconds.
Tripathi, because I don't have too much time. Mr. Tripathi, what do you make
Ms.
of
Walia,
this?
I need 30 seconds.
Okay, quickly, 15. I'm going to
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
that down to 15.
Yeah.
I don't have too much time,
Uh,
Anmol. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm challenging all the panelists today.
Answer on the
I'm
High Court
telling you-
observation
I'm telling
on the
you that
CAG
we have
report.
We have made 5 flyovers: Mukundpur, Jagatpur, Balaswa, Mayur Vihar, RTR. I am naming 5 out of 39. The 5
Which
universities
was the one?
we have
Which
made:
was the one you
Delhi
started?
Skills, Delhi Sports.
Which was
Delhi
the one you
Teachers,
started?
Netaji Subhash Ambedkar.
Name one which you
5
started,
out
which
of-
you initiated.
Out of 700
Name
schools,
one
I'm
which
naming
you
5.
initiated.
School of Specialized
I
Excellence.
give a challenge.
Rohini Sector
Give
23,
name one
Sector
which you
18,
initiated.
Kohat Enclave, Dwarka, IP Extension. And the 5 hospitals out of the 24 which we have made: Ambedkar, Buradi, Indira Gandhi, Dwarka, Madhepur, Jwalapuri. And I challenge you, Mr. RP Singh, एक का नाम बता दो, मैं डिबेट छोड़ के चला जाऊंगा।
झूठ बोले कौवा काटे।
भाजपा ने एक बनाया हो तो
बोले
बताओ।
कौवा
Well,
काटे।
because it's very
Name-
evident that
name
corruption
one
was the
Bhajpa ने
central
एक
theme
बनाया हो
of
तो
this election.
which
But
you
but
started.
but
एक भी बनाया हो तो
both you
बताइए।
gentlemen, I'll have to quickly go
झूठ
across
मत
to the
बोलिए।
other two and then wrap up
बारात
this
खड़ी
debate.
है और आपका
Before
दूल्हा
that,
है।
before I go across to Pooja for the last words, Mr. Rana, 10 years of anti-incumbency that the Aam Aadmi Party is facing. Who do you think is in the best position to cash in on this opportunity? 30 seconds, and then I need to go across to Pooja.
Yeah, absolutely. For the Congress, is a wonderful opportunity to attract their voters who has been moved from them to Aam Aadmi Party. And if when we talk about the Aam Aadmi Party, they haven't done anything. He was talking about 10,000 meters
तो आप
roads.
बता
That
दो,
means
राणा
1
जी, आप
kilometer.
बता
Hang
दो।
on, dude. Dude,
Why
hang
don't-
on,
why
hang
don't
on.
you
I
name
was
a-
not
No,
interrupting
you are-
you.
Anmol,
As
please,
a-
Don't jump in
let's not
between.
do
I'll
this. It's not a shouting
I
match.
will
Let him
expose
speak. I
you,
have
brother.
limited
I
time.
will expose you. 10,000 meters. That means 10 kilometers in 10 years. He was talking about the flyovers. He's not started a single flyover so far. He don't even know.
Do not lie.
how many
39
routes
flyovers
are there
बन
in
चुके हैं।
Delhi.
झूठ मत बोलिए।
It's 1,000,
ऐसा भाजपा का पटका लगा के
1,037
बैठा करो।
are there, out of
भाजपा
which
का पटका लगा के बैठा करो।
250. अरे hang on, dude.
तुम्हारे जैसे लोगों का झूठ नहीं सुनती
This is
जनता।
a principle. Number one. Number two, when you talk about the hospital, I'm really very surprised when the name you have taken is all started by the Congress government long back. It
I
started
challenge
long
you.
back.
I challenge you. Name a single
While
hospital made by
taking this
BJP.
Name
Name
But
a
Baba,
single
you
hospital
Okay,
made by
can
BJP.
at
okay,
least
gentlemen,
look at
I
your
need to
face
quickly go across
while
to
making
Pooja to
comments
just be
such
fair.
kind of
Pooja,
comments started
it's a
by
do or die
somebody
battle
else.
for the
That
Congress.
I was
There are a
not
couple of
started by
projects
you.
that have been listed both by the Aam Aadmi Party, and Mr. Rana is also speaking of a few that were initiated by the Congress. But there's not much to lose here for the Congress really. How is the Congress best placed to hope at the moment that it's going to be able to come in and make an accurate move as against the Aam Aadmi Party, going into how the Aam Aadmi Party is poised for anti-incumbency?
I think, Ms. Walia, Delhi's electorate is very smart enough. Delhi electorate see through the Kejriwal's furgy claims, fake claims, the Sheesh Mahal claims, the Yamuna
नहीं,
claims.
but
the
आपको
Gap-
चुनावी मुद्दा क्या है? पूजा, quickly.
The चुनावी मुद्दा यही है कि आम आदमी पार्टी, which came on the ride on the waves of anti-corruption, is the most corrupt party today. Just now, my आम आदमी panelist was naming something. केजरीवाल जब 2014 में आए थे, उन्होंने कहा था 70 विधानसभाओं में मैं 70 कॉलेज बनाऊंगा. Not even one seat has been increased in central quota in central universities. I just quoted, they may deny the CAG report, but I just quoted Sareen Committee's report, which is out there in open. Supreme Court and NGT has, warned them on 38,000 metric tons.
Pooja, to
and
that
this
I just
was-
want to say, why were you not thinking of all of these things going into an alliance with them before the 2024 Lok Sabha elections?
Let's be
Were
honest,
those elections not as important as the 2025 assembly elections? And that red line today is being drawn by the Congress because it's a survival battle for the Congress, because that perhaps is the last option that's left in front of the Congress to come back or be of any significance in the national capital. But let's see how this plays out. Gentlemen, Pooja, many thanks for joining us this evening. That's all the time we have. We head into a very short break with that. On the other side, viewers, we tell you how Kho World Cup 2025 is officially kicked off in the national capital. It's the inaugural event, this time being hosted by India. We take you through the details of the breathtaking opening ceremony and the schedule this World Cup as well. We'll be right back.